This is San Diego News Now.
A local realtor who represents 500 homeowners on the brink of foreclosure traveled to Washington. His message to D.C. lawmakers: the bailout for banks isn't working. It's doing nothing to modify loans and keep homeowners in their homes. What's his answer? Well, let's let Matt, I always mess up your last name, Battiato tell you himself. Matt, how did this trip come about to D.C.?
Well, I wanted to, basically I was very frustrated on seeing what was happening in D.C., what lawmakers were proposing, and of course I see the effect of it here in San Diego with my clients, so I wanted to go there and make my recommendations on what I think they should do.
And who'd you meet with and what did you tell them?
I met with the offices of both of our California senators, Dianne Feinstein and Barbara Boxer, Barney Frank's office, who's the chairman of the House Finance Committee, and Brian Bilbray's office, one of our congressmen here in San Diego.
What'd you say?
My message is basically that the way you revive a real estate market is not by dropping people's mortgage balances. That approach will not work. What I told them is the way you revive a real estate market is, number one, you get buyers back into the market, and you do that by lowering mortgage rates. Now, the Fed has dropped rates, but they haven't necessarily transferred to mortgage rates. Right. They can drop mortgage rates for buyers. My proposal was to drop it to 4%, and that's actually now getting some traction on the Hill. I don't know that I'm going to take the credit for it, but anyway.
I'm sure a lot of people will be out there.
Yeah, but if we drop mortgage rates, first of all, for buyers to get them back into the market, but also for homeowners so that they can refinance down to those lower interest rates. And that's the next point, which is allow upside-down homeowners to refinance to the lower rates. See, this proposal, what they've mentioned, dropping rates, that's not going to help all these people who are upside down. Because when you're upside down, you can't refinance.
And upside down means you owe more than the house is worth.
You owe the bank more than what the house is worth. Right. And that's with values as far as they've dropped in San Diego County and in South Riverside County, that's a tremendous number of people. So that's the second point, is to allow upside-down borrowers to refinance. And then the third one is once they refinance down to those lower rates, it becomes a full recourse loan. And to put that into simple terms, if you refinance your house and you pull cash out, that is called a recourse loan, which means if you walk away and toss the keys on the counter, the bank can still pursue a deficiency. You can't just walk away. The bank can still go after you for the loss that they will take on the house in a foreclosure.
If somebody goes in that route, though, what happens, let's say they get transferred out of state and they have to sell their house?
They would do a short sale. And in a short sale, the bank agrees to settle the debt on the property for whatever market value is, and the homeowner walks away.
Do you think the lawmakers were listening?
Some of them were very receptive, which was great. Barney Frank's office, candidly, was very receptive. I met with the counsel to the House Finance Committee. They were very receptive.
Give you a timetable?
No, there's a lot of checks and balances and a lot of compromise, but I was encouraged. The thing I was not encouraged by is what they're saying is that they're going to make anything they do voluntary on the part of the banks. And that the problem with that is they tried that back in October, and of course the banks didn't do anything. Right. So I hope everybody out there, when they hear this, will get on the phone or email and contact their elected representatives and put some pressure on them, because San Diego is really one of the epicenters of this housing crisis.
It certainly is. All right, Matt. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. Catherine?